Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another review of War of Dots. I'm playing as Orange as B2 Bomber and I'm facing against Red, Blue, Purple. And our user are Courier 99, Battle Hardened, your Rain is Falling. Now, everyone pushes their units to their cities to start making money. Red retreats his front line just a tiny bit, and Purple is shuffling his troops around. And if you look over here to my capital, you'll see an old troop there because I didn't see it because the stats were covering it up. Now Blue's putting his troops on his cities. And I pull my units back into more of a curve, so if Purple tries attacking me through here, I'll be able to surround Purple quite easily. And since it's the early game, there's not a lot of fighting happening. People are just kind of developing their economy and shuffling troops, preparing for mid-game. If you notice here that I'm finally pulling a troop to my capital because I finally see my capital there. And I put a troop on it. Now I readjust to plug in the gaps in my front line. Purple tries scouting my front line. I see Purple's kind of sunk in here, so I make a move to try to surround Purple and leave him trapped. He catches wind of this, realizes, pulls back his troop, and I have to also pull back mine unless I risk battle with his tanks. And you don't really want to have your light units fight against tanks because tank is gonna win. Since tanks are stronger than light units, infantry. If you take a quick snapshot of the troop count, you'll see I, Orange, have the least amount of troops at 249,000. It's back here. I forgot why I did this. And I put a new unit in the front line. They're pretty peaceful, like no one's been making any moves so far. I pull back my front line between Blue and myself to try and make him try to scout me so I can do the same thing I did to Purple earlier. And also make it just concave shape. Surround him and try to attack me. Because my flanks will end up farther than his front line. While his centers, with his fighting my centers, my flanks can just like close in on his center, just surround them. So far, Purple strongest of 291,000 unit troops. Troop count doesn't mean anything if your strategy is bad, because in this game, strategy is what wins you games. And Red does a little bit of scouting in the center, pulls back his troop. And Purple, he just kind of asserts himself. And I move one of my troops off my city and start producing units. In this case, I produced a tank. And I pull one of my troops from the concave structure to the front line to just try and see what blue's front line looks like. I'm scouting. My scouting. Now I decide to pull back and return to my front line. And now finally the first skirmishes of the game starts between red and purple. Red is fighting here with a tank and a light unit, and purple is just fighting here with light units. And purple starts doing some cycling, placing his half-heated unit of a full recovered unit. Now red and purple both from the battle and just stay here as a temporary truce. Purple takes his fully healed unit and takes his damaged unit to heal on city. Because units on cities heal faster than units just away from enemies. So badly wounded units should be on cities for faster healing. Tries fighting me. Pulls in with multiple light units. I only have 3 light units defending my line. But fighting units have this being called defender's advantage, so it's able to hold purple off for a little bit, but purple tries for a minor surround on me. And I pull more units in from other sides of the battlefield. And purple manages to encircle himself. I'm still over here just being strong. And blue readjusts his front line and pushes and focuses on my land a bit. Pulls the unit I encircled from earlier is about to wound and he tries pulling it back. It gets stuck between my troop and his troop. So now it's just kinda going to die. I'm being escaped. And I'm cycling all my wounded units. Units of full health and full morale. Doing a decent job of cycling here, but I see one of my units is almost dead, no morale, and I try pulling it back. Almost died, but I am able to get this unit out of the way of battle. And I'm able to put a fully score unit here. Where do I use for units full health? Fresh units. There's a pretty big gap in my front line. I'm gonna easily take advantage of this and just insert one of my troops fighting here. He doesn't, probably due to his battle with red right over here. Because there's another battle. Right here, red's pulling in several tanks here fighting off his light units. I'm over here pulling units from front line between me and the purple. I'm just using them to defend one of my closest cities. And purple finally notices the gap and tries encircling me. I see purple trying to encircle me, so I try encircling him. I successfully encircle him. He tries getting out of the way. Gets caught by my troops. And now one of purple's units is just getting mobbed by 2 minus, but purple manages to beat one of his units was not cut from my line and it's no longer encircled. So I pull one of my badly wounded units and replace them for fresh ones. Somewhat actually doing a good job of cycling. He's just throwing his units at me till they die, just replacing them. But to be fair, purple is fighting on two fronts. And blue is not doing anything. Blue's just sitting here, just relaxing. Not sure why blue doesn't have its undercities. That would be a very great time for blue to just be developing their stock, building them. With purple, I do some better cycling. I could be doing it better. Serbians and troops tend to get caught and stuck with other troops during their fighting. Purple finally starts cycling his troops on this battle. This troop with no morale, or this troop by city with morale. But I have bare minimum, I get some minimal cycling in. We should practice cycling better. Very useful skill. And I pull one of my troops in the capital. Pull them to fight this unit that's badly injured. The casualties are this people see purple has over 100,000 casualties. If I make a run for purple's capital, because I noticed capital's just occupied, I take it for free. Purple's first city gone. Right over here, if I did me a ring run on one of purple cities, but it's in the circle. I believe the red. Oh no, red definitely gets the city. Red gets the city. I have a pretty circlement on purple. Pretty who caught up. Circlement. I can very easily encircle purple's troops right here if I just really try. Take my troops near the city I put on purple. Put them. Drop. Start pulling troops from front Indian blue. Other help. Battle. We'll try re-annexing the city, but it doesn't work. Red has 3 of his units in circle. Red is just throwing troops to the meat grinder. Not sure why you wouldn't have the supply line connected. Red does do this. And I just want to orange just say purple cities for free, and I I'm just focusing on finishing purple's remaining troops left over here. And for purple's troops that are right here, they'll just die from being with their supply lines. Overall, purple is not notice purple's infantry died right here. I make a new map. I have to plug it in with another infantry in order to circle purple's thing. Purple in general is not having a great day. We're on our last remaining city. Last two remaining cities. I'm pretty sure we quit. Pretty sure we quit the game. Be fair? Fair. You're not winning and getting tag team like these teams when you have 30 battles left. Remaining city. I'm here left with cleanup. I believe purple's unit is closer to the line between me and red as a buffer, but it will soon die. Now, since all of purple is gone, we can take a quick break to see how everything's going on. Who has just been killing and not doing anything? For some reason they didn't put troops on their cities, so we're left with the worst economy and the least amount of troops. Between the war between me, red, and purple, the side of the most casualties after fighting purple would be red. Red has most troops, 301,000, and I have more troops, 306,000. Does have more funds than me, but I have more troops. I have a stronger economy since I took more of the cities. And now what I'm doing here is just concentrating tons of infantry into a ball. This is basically going to be the reserve from which I pull from. What I'm doing here is I'm just units and putting under between team and so this bottle of units right here is it's going to be the reserve from which I pull from. I'm shuffling troops to a line between me and red in case red tries to attack me early. Red makes a minor push in the front line, gaining a bit more land, but he is not attacking me yet. And between me and orange, I just kind of encroach a bit more land, but not a ton. Right now is another pause between battles since purple is gone. So far everyone's just stockpiling more troops, more money, preparing for the middle game. Blue makes a puzzling move, reinforcing his front line between me and him. I pull some troops to the front line between me and red to make farther fortifications when battle eventually does come. Overall, I'm just trying to mass produce troops right here since I have the largest economy so far. If you take a look to count cities, you'll see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are two reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. And blue just also has 5 cities. How many cities do I have? And I have 2 cities more than red. Just starts forming a battalion of troops between me and him, which is valid. I am the superpower, most strongest person in the game. If you take a look here, I made another line of troops, which is where I plan to pull fresh troops from for when I start cycling. Troops from the middle of this front line to the sides, so I'm able to have troops from my cities go through the center for fodder supplies. Basically making the door the gate from which troops can just pass through. All in the name of better cycling. Of units and forms them into a strong front line. See this holding structure. Now I go attack. See here the skirmishes wasn't very well thought out. I just fight. Well, here using wounded. You take note of this and I pull it back with the wheel and I replace with the tank. Here's how scouting thing was going on here. Really planning to take one of the cities. Boom! Leads the scouting from red. Violence. When red do stop fighting each other, how do they just not the situation for me and red if we fight each other. I do some sighting of defense. Get out. Only because I pushed back my front line. So now all of Blue's units are taking a break from battle. Now Blue can just focus between Red and himself. My game plan is just to hunker down and let Red and Blue destroy themselves. Which is best for me. Best for Red and Blue is for them to team up and go against me. And Red and Blue teaming up is what happens later on in the game. Currently, Red is just engaging in a small skirmish with Blue. Look in the top right corner in the funds, just an economic powerhouse, 3,000 funds. Relaxing point of the conflict. There's no fighting going on, it's just repairment. Everyone's just preparing for a future battle that will come. And Red here, successfully takes one of Blue's cities right here. Blue tries meeting him, Blue's too late, and Red takes the city. Now, pause of battle ceased. There's new fighting happening. Now, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. Blue and Red is exactly what I wanted to happen. We pull back from Blue, Blue pulls back from me. Now Blue has nice assurance that I'll leave him alone so he can go red. Blue's going here just to take back his city, Redstone. Red tries pulling off an encirclement here. But it's not really successful. Red is pulling some tanks here to fight. Meanwhile, over here, I'm taking the troops that I had against Blue's front line and I'm just preparing them for a massive assault against Red. All these troops that are by Red are going to be used to fight Red. I'm waiting for the right opportunities to smash into Red cities. Here, it starts dwindling. Not fast, but significant enough where I have a troop count of over 100,000 against Red. 90,000 against Red. Just slowly passing a battalion military. And Blue decides it's not worth to continue fighting. He pulls back. Pulls back, and let his units get trapped. They get destroyed. Now I decide it's time to charge into Red cities. I lead a frontline battle against Red. I take my flank unit right here to just kind of circle and prevent Red's lines from Blue. And I try to prevent him from getting his support from there to here. Red sees what's going on and he's starting to pull units from the front line, pulling them out to fight me. See a gap? And I try plugging this out of one of my tanks. Now the bad part of having units dodge-piling card like this is you can't really cycle the front line that well. You can't let the front line die and have the new units pull in. I can do some minor cycling right here on the flank side of the battle. That's the main battle we're taking. The battle that's gonna make it harder for Red to get units to defend the city. Of course, Red can take a more roundabout way to get troops there. It's going to be pretty inefficient. Red uses a wounded troop to try to get a small encirclement. I am already moving in that direction. I finally see Red's unit right here. Stop in my tracks. Now I'm just fighting one of Red's units. Not that it's circling me. Isn't the brightest ideas. But yeah, I'm getting units right here to encircle his encirclement. Time is gonna hit the pilot connection. And I reach in a lane right here, putting out the 5. The two troops being used to try to encircle me, leave them gone. Right here you can see the situation massive encirclement. It's a big opportunity I could have taken. But you can see here, I just take what I just said. I take units, put them into the battle for the city. Also, you can see here, I'm fighting like hell to break through red lines. Fighting like absolute hell. Takes red cities and destroy his units. Like with purple getting fought on both sides between me and red, it's now red getting fought between me and blue. I get a minor encirclement of one of red tanks, which is very beneficial. Very crucial to get these minor encirclements as tanks. Since tanks are stronger than regular infantry. So I take a squad of 3 infantry, just gang up on that one tank. Right here, you can see here, little cul-de-sac right here. I can take a nice infantry, get this infantry, this circle right here, this infantry right here, and circle right there. Red City here is so close to falling. There's only 2 tanks right here defending. You can only stave off so long. Now cycle a unit with low morale to tank with full morale. The fight between red and blue does eventually stop. And blue is able to have a pause. He's able to really reflect about what's going on. Just seeing what's happening between me and orange and just looking at the troop count. Looking at the troop count, what's happening between me and red, it'd be best to form an alliance with red and fight me 2v1. And blue, he sees this. He sees what's happening with the same between me and red. He charges in the front lines. I need blue with my front line right here. Blue retreats, seeing how powerful I am. It's absolute suicide for blue to try to attack me with this monstrous row of units I have right here. I have double of the troops that blue has. Even blue and red combined still don't have enough troops to face me. Now, I finally take the city red had. Never mind, I don't take the city. Do I take the city? I don't know, I forgot. Okay, I'm gonna say I did take that city. And now, there's another pause in conflict. They're just allowed to recuperate their troops. Now, I am forming another massive ball of units. I'm just trying to make another massive charge. right here. Front line with blue, and I just send it to take the city right here. So far, red isn't attacking me, which is good. Just allow it to focus on taking over blue. And but when I do retreat my line back, and now red starts charging in to fight me. Some minor skirmishes. Basically just dogpile on red. side. And casualties, we're starting to catch up the rest of everyone's casualties. But red has the most casualties here. I am fighting like hell. I'm trying to micro on both sides of the board. I'm not cycling Blue's side well enough. Blue's just gonna hammer it through here and take everything. I can easily take care of red with this big ball. I have to really be careful of Blue, else he'll be able to steamroll from my side. Look here, I'm able to kind of like squeeze Blue right here. And I'm very close to taking the city again. Close to taking the city, I just have to send that to for me and I'll be able to take it pretty soon. He's a bit desperate to take his city back. a massive encirclement on loop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 troops encircle. Here, starts digging down. Starts exploring for free cities he could take from me. He's gonna find a free city, find one of my injured troops. He's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill it. Got infantry, he dies. Conquered. You look here, red, he left himself vulnerable. At the moment, I could like pull an infantry and send it through the middle, just severing him from my line, circling him. Blue pulls back to everything he had, makes a flash stronghold, front line. Very difficult to penetrate. Now, blue is getting up defended. I'm just racing to take that. Red could have taken him if it was fast enough. Wasn't fast enough. It didn't even register. It's just now going in and taking the city. Who gets it first? My city now. Top right corner, fun. Strongest economy right there. Industrial powerhouse. Head up with the struggling of so far, desperate attempt to try to take my city. It doesn't work. About the beginning of the game, put into chat and center red and alliance. It's important because I maxed out the fighting people. just denying so to take the city. Take a city right there. Now if you just look here, blue has 2 cities, red only has 3 cities left. And I have the rest of the cities. Amount to a powerful 500,000 troops. Try pulling up a minor encirclement, but where's the gas wall? I have to pull some large line or one larger circle. Next, finish that encirclement. I pull a lot of my line, pull them to take over this city to overwhelm the force. City right there. Just charging on the last of blue cities. Red, he takes all of his things right here. Big barricade on his capital. This is going to be his barricade. His capital is going to be important later on. Trying to take another of the cities. From here till the end of the video, this is just me just wiping the floor of red and blue. It's pretty obvious from here I win the game. Now I pull the rest of the troops from the reserve and just charge them to red capital. Some troops here, charging this city. Pretty easy to take the city since it has a pretty badly wounded troops here. Blue falls pretty easily for what I'm doing. The real troublemaker is the red of all these tanks. If you take a look at the entire map, you can see all the ores here. Large majority of my troops, you just hold them, take the city. up. You're not even able to see one of some of me. Oh my god, I can't speak. You're not able to see red things because of all those lines. Just a massive dodge pile that's just happening. Just look at all this. Just a massive dodge pile. Front line dies, gets replaced by the bottom lines. Let's barricade. He died off. I take Red's capital, and I win. Well, everyone, thank you for watching this replay of War of Dots. No, don't click off yet. I'm still saying some things. If you look in the replays, this replay is from last video. I spent these two. I played twice. I lost both of those times. This one I played today. This was the one I won. I played 3 games today. Lost 2. I won 1 of them. Look here, 50-50 win ratio. 50-50. Alright, everyone. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. Please leave a comment. I like replying to those. Goodbye.